While browsing online, I stumbled across a location where one could silently and fatally kill a wealthy husband. Hoping to inherit his fortune, I immediately approached my husband and asked him to accompany me on an outdoor trip. He readily agreed. Once we reached the destination, I deliberately sank myself into a swamp while he was taking a sip of water, shouting for help at the top of my lungs. Hearing my cries, my husband rushed over and reached out to pull me up, but the distance was too great, so he grabbed a stick. I held it tightly, planning to use all my strength to drag him into the swamp as well. But the stick snapped easily under the strain. I quickly came up with another plan. I thrashed violently, forcing myself completely to the bottom of the swamp. Seeing me in mortal danger, my husband had no choice but to jump in after me. He grabbed me with both hands and used all his strength to pull me out. Relieved to see me safe, he let out a deep sigh. What he didn't know was that this had just been the beginning. I knew he loved me deeply and would never let me come to harm, which is why I had set this plan in motion. And it worked. I successfully lured him into the swamp pit. Seeing my plan going smoothly, I pretended to feel dizzy and asked him to push me back to shore first, promising to figure out a way to rescue him afterward. Without hesitation, he tried with all his might to push me up, but the swamp was far more treacherous than anticipated. No matter how hard he tried, I didn't budge. Panic set in as I realized that my plan to trap my husband had also ensnared me. I considered taking off my shoes to try again, but then my hand brushed against something. I signaled for my husband to push with me, and then a corpse surfaced directly in front of us. I froze in terror. Once I calmed down, I noticed the face was deeply sunken, a clear sign the person had starved to death alive. My husband spotted a man's backpack at the bottom, and I pulled out a hunting rifle nearby. The corpse was too horrifying, so I pushed it back into the quicksand. We checked the man's belongings, hoping to find something useful. Aside from a small knife and a lighter, everything else was worthless. Then my husband inspected the rifle. It contained only 2 bullets, seemingly intended for the 2 of us to end our lives. He realized we had only 2 options: wait for someone to pass by, or nothing else. I had no hope for the first option, knowing the route was deserted and would see no one. At that moment, all thoughts of harming my husband vanished, leaving me desperate and tearless.